Now you will need to rewire your brain a bit. In HeyGen, voices and video avatars are completely disconnected from each other. When you have chosen a video avatar, you also need to choose which voice he will have in your finished videos, and there are quite a few to choose from. It's a bit like a card game that existed when I was a child, where I could build different figures using illustrations of feet, legs, body, head, and headdress. The combinations that could be formed were quite fun. I could get a character with high heels, clown legs, pirate body, doctor head, and military helmet. The point here is that there aren't always voice recommendations that are directly linked to the avatar you chose, and there are a lot of weird combinations to be found. You will have to build your own character based on the combination of voice and avatar. It's a task few of us have done before, so it may require some trial and error. Here are some examples.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date.
Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as
HeyGen has lots of built-in stock voices, and it's fine to search for example, voices adapted for specific nationalities. Some are of significantly higher quality than others. When I say higher quality, I mean they sound more natural and less robotic. There is a big difference in how good the voices are at pronouncing my native Swedish words. If you create your own video avatar, HeyGen will also try to imitate the voice heard in the video. However, that voice can leave a lot to be desired if your goal is to make a convincing digital clone of yourself. My voice sounded a bit hesitant and got a strange Swedish dialect, for example, but worked reasonably well in English. However, I don't think it gave a realistic enough feel, and unfortunately, to properly dial up the quality of the voice clone, you need to do it with another AI tool called ElevenLabs. It is a separate service and separate subscription, but in my opinion, it is 100% worth it, as the voice sounds much more realistic and confident in my Swedish pronunciation. Once it's ready in ElevenLabs, you can import it into HeyGen, so it's always available there without having to leave the service. I tell you more about professional voice cloning in ElevenLabs in a later section. You can find the stock voices on the AI voice page, and there are useful filtering tools that, for example, allow you to directly find voices adapted for speaking your desired language, although you should take it with a grain of salt. Tags give you some general information about the age of the voice holder and what type of content is suitable for that particular voice. You can easily get a small preview of how the voice sounds by pressing the voice's play button. A good idea is to listen through a bunch of voices and heartmark the ones you like. Since there are so many, it can be a bit tricky to find your way back to the voices otherwise.